I got realness, I just push it cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got up, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jenica.
And I'm Ella, and this is our first official episode of Tea Time with J and E.
Cue the applause.
And today we are going to be talking about.
What are we talking about?
We're going to be talking about social media activism and the pros and cons of it, and just like little things about that. But first we're gonna move inside because it is hella sunny.
Yeah, we need air conditioning to think. Like, my brain cells like move 2 miles an hour. I know, like, whatever. It does that anyway. I have extra time, but it's fine. Let's go inside.
Okay, we're gonna journey inside. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Transition.
So Ella loves to complain, so we had to move our position.
Yes.
We back.
We are.
We back. We better than ever. We're comfortable.
Yes, I just
In
don't
our
have-
Airbnb,
not Jenica's house.
not my room.
Yeah.
Should we get right to it? Should we jump into
we
it?
shall. Okay, so here's some of the pros and cons that we've been brainstorming.
Yeah.
Let's start on a positive note.
Okay, so we think that like this whole social media movement, like around like racism, colorism, Black Lives Matter, and all of that, has sorry, I like couldn't think of the word, has created more conversations around like race and racism, and like has brought a lot of things to light, and has also given people some tools and facts and figures in order to talk about these issues.
Definitely. I think that's very, very good because like now, since conversations have been more normalized, it's easier for people to, I guess, become more comfortable with talking about these things, and it doesn't have to be like a situation where you have to schedule DEI programming in order to talk about this.
Like, it becomes a more of like an everyday conversation. Like, people like talking about, oh my god, like, what did you have for brunch? Like, what's that brunch spot you went to? Like, now people are talking about like race and racism, and it's just become like more normalized. And like, I've even found myself like more comfortable like having conversations with people and saying like, hey, like, maybe don't say that.
Definitely. There's definitely
Or like, this is why this is wrong.
Yeah, and like calling in people when you see things, and people are more receptive to learning and becoming better. Okay. Hopefully.
For the most part.
Yes.
We'll get to that in our cons.
Okay. So that kind of covers more combos, and people are learning.
Definitely. I've actually learned a lot of things that I have not learned in the classroom at the Brearley School of Manhattan. And, like, people come to me a lot. I don't know, I can't speak for Ella. Like, about, like, my opinions on this. I'm like, wait, what was this? Like, honey, hello. I was in the same classroom as you, not learning this stuff or learning this stuff. Like, I said this before and I'll say it again, like, just because of the color of my skin does not mean I'm an encyclopedia of Black history or knowledge or anything like that. Anyway,
Another pro is that it's becoming increasingly easier to organize protests, and like rallies and sit-ins and all that, through social media, which is awesome. And like anyone can start something, I guess. Like, for example, we went to like this little vigil thing for, oh my gosh, Tamir Rice, because he was part of the class of 2020 but didn't get to graduate because he was murdered. And it was organized by a group of, or like 1 or 2 Hunter students, and it had like a pretty good turnout. Like, yes, it was kind of a Hunter class reunion, but also it was like very.
Ella was there. So
I was there. It wasn't. It kind of broke up the vibe, but it was still really cool. And that was like posted on Justice for George, NYC, and people turned out, so that was really cool.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
should we move on to the cons?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cons.
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 Con man. Kanye.
Oh.
Kanye.
Con boo. Ha! I should start that.
Con boo.
Con boo. Get that trending on Twitter.
Okay, so I think
Continue.
a con is that, like, it's easy to repost something on social media and wipe your hands and say, I did my good deed for the day. Like, I don't need to do anything else.
I'm no longer racist.
Yes, and that's just not true.
Mm-mm.
And then to see petitions around things that just hashtag don't matter.
Another con is that I think, like, even I've sometimes, like, found myself doing this. It's, like, because there's, like, so much on people's stories, like, you kind of just, like, click through without fully, like, reading what they are, because it's, like, I mean, it is, like, in truth, a lot to read and, like, a lot to side and be aware of and take in and learn, even though it's all for a good reason and to take steps forward and change. It definitely sometimes is overwhelming. Hashtag l'infobésité. Shout out to Madame Lucy. L'infobésité, I don't know the word for that in English because Madame Lucille didn't let us know what it meant in English. But kind of just like being overwhelmed
With information.
And
English.
that affecting your like mental health and then also like your physical health and just like you're overstimulated.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think, like, I don't know. I do find myself, like, clicking through on social media, like, especially if I've seen the same thing over and
Yeah.
over, and that's another con, is that, like, it becomes an echo chamber. And
Mhm.
because people are reposting, I've noticed, like, people reposting the things that I repost, like, only after I post them because, like, oh, it's been cleared by a blind person. Whoop-de-doo, like, I can post it.
Tea.
Like, I said it, sorry. But, I don't know. Like, part of me feels like, yes, like, I need to post and, like, put this information out there, but also, like, I feel like the majority of my followers, like, we kind of get it. Like, and I'm, like, preaching to the choir almost. And
Yeah.
there's, like, this whole other side that's, like, oh, like, portion of social media that's, like, oh, blue lives matter, all lives matter, and this and that. And, like, those are the people that we're not reaching.
Yeah, it's kind of like you think that more is being done and people are more progressive than the majority of the population is because, like, you're just seeing an overwhelming, like, majority of your followers reposting and, like, caring about Black Lives Matter.
And I see you. I see you people. Like, don't think I don't see you.
That aren't posting?
That are and aren't. And who are posting themselves and posting about other less important things. Like, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Yes.
It's not what I want to see or what I want to hear, but I see you and I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, we thought of another con that's also a pro. It's both a pro and a con. Is like petitions. What's my con about petitions? Like, okay, they're good because like they do get like things, especially for like the bigger petitions. Like they do make a difference. And like, yeah, you kind of again like you gain that awareness and you. Like, it's helpful. It's better. It's more. It does more good than harm.
That's more harm.
It does more harm than good. No, it does more good than it does harm. But also, like, I think petitions do also contribute to the feeling that, like, once you sign something, then you're done. And also, like, I don't know, because of the accessibility of petitions, like, kind of like how there was, like, the petition where it was, like, Manny from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like, make Manny, like, the new flag, American flag, and like that had more petitions than like the petition to arrest Breonna Taylor's
Had more signatures.
had more signatures than Breonna Taylor's petition, like, that is often very harmful and makes everything a joke. Yup.
Problematic.
Okay, is that it for pros and cons?
I think that's it for pros and cons.
I think that's it for pros and cons.
If you have any more to add, drop them in the comments below.
Tea.
Oh, this is just a plug for something that's on in my Instagram bio link.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a breakdown of like things you can do daily, like throughout a month, to educate yourself about like Black Lives Matter. And like you click it's like at the top you can do 10 minutes a day, 25 minutes a day, or 45 minutes a day, and it teaches you something.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes 10 minutes and then it breaks it down for you. Like,
Yay!
I think
That's good.
if you do 45 minutes a day, like throughout the month, that's less time than watching season 18 of The Bachelor. And I know that a lot of you are Bachelor fans, so if you can sit through that garbage TV, then
It's
you
actually kind of fire.
I know it's fire, but I'm trying to make a point.
Okay, fine. Continue with your point.
Garbage TV, then you can learn about Black lives.
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, with that,
And I've watched it too, okay?
yeah.
The Bachelor. I'm low-key ashamed, but not really.
Also, not a plug for me, but a plug for ABC. Everyone should watch Blackish. It's really good and very educational. I mean, it definitely does tell the story of like a limited, like, black perspective, but like for especially in the later seasons when they like go more in depth on like the history, it's very good and it's hilarious. Like, it's so funny. Like, I think like that's one of the only shows that makes me actually like laugh out loud.
Yeah. And every Black experience is individual. Or BIPOC or whatever. BIPOC.
That's how I
But
read it.
Kinsale says BIPOC. Like,
Oh,
I
she
saw
does?
her on a TikTok and she said BIPOC, and if Kinsale says
Okay.
it's BIPOC,
If Kinsale says it's BIPOC,
then it's BIPOC.
I love her. I feel like I've told everyone this. Like, I just love her so much.
I feel like I connect with her on a spiritual level.
Oh, for sure.
And like low-key, I think we look alike, but that's just because like she's pretty and I want to be pretty too.
And we're back. Okay, are we talking about how it died? I think in general, like, when it did kind of take that more trend approach and like things started dying down is when like influencers and famous people who actually like have a platform and can do a lot with that platform, when they chose not to like post things or like tell people what to do or like use their following for good. Like, they started
So they like
posting.
posted like the black square,
And then they're like,
okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
And like everyone posted the black square and nothing else. That black square, I'm
It
sorry,
annoys me.
pissed me off. Like, great, I see people in solidarity and whatever, but I don't know, I was on Instagram and then I deleted it for a couple days after. I was like, if they're just, people are just gonna post black screens, squares, whatever, and nothing else. Like,
That's another thing. Hello, little Ella rant time. So for the 4th of July, I spent the majority of my day unfollowing people.
that's the tea.
So if I unfollowed you, I
There's
don't
a
think I
reason
unfollowed
why.
it. Yeah, there's a reason why, but I don't think anyone, I didn't unfollow anyone that's on this. But for anyone that was like, happy 4th, bikini pic on the beach.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But,
yeah.
Not kidding. Yeah. That was my hobby that day. I was like, unfollow. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Low-key torn on the issue of like posting and this and that. But like, I was talking to someone from Spence, and because she like did a little video rant of her.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah,
that was
and
good.
it was really, really good. I was like on the floor like laughing because it was so true. She was like, Helen Keller was blind and deaf and she could read, but y'all can't read the room. It was so funny. Anyway, but like she got the point across and it was good. Anyway, let's talk about that. How do we feel about like normal content like being put out there and
Just like the word normal, just like surrounding like everything, it's just very irksome right now. Like especially right now, like when people are like, I can't wait for like my feed to turn back to normal. It's like,
so you don't want black people on it? Like black people aren't normal? Like that's what that implies a little bit.
It's like a little bit that, and then also it's like your ignorance like should not be normal at all. And like,
and your primary concern.
yeah,
Like people are dying. Black people are dying. And people are saying like, I want my feed to go back to normal. What is even normal? Like this should be normal. This is the new normal.
Yeah.
With activism and people posting and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think people, when they say normal, they mean like without the activism, and they're just like posting their bikini pictures and this and that.
Yeah.
But like
in this,
they're not striking a balance.
Yeah.
I think is like what I take issue with. What
And
are your
also,
feelings on it?
I don't know, like it does have like a different tone when like a white person like posts not just like a bikini picture, but like pictures of like themselves and their friends, or like things that aren't directly like related to like activism, versus like when like a black person posts like a picture of themselves or like with friends. And I don't know like exactly how to articulate what that difference is, but it just seems like
it just seems a little like ignorant, and like
for like
it like throws in like black people in particular's like faces like you're privileged, like you're privileged to forget about this, and you're privileged to like move on, and you're privileged to like live your normal lives of privilege. And
I think like probably like the difference, now that I am thinking about it more, is that like the black people that are posting like pictures of themselves doing more normal activities, or like like they're the ones that are also using their platforms to like speak up, versus like with usually like with the white people that are posting, like they aren't using their platforms. So that's probably it, I guess.
Crosses your mind when you see like people posting who haven't been as vocal, or when you see like other petitions going around for like the American flag to change, or just like other things that aren't as pressing as this issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think like most issues that have petitions and people are posting about, like, they are pressing in some resort. I think like the degrees to which vary, and there are definitely some that are more serious than others, but
like that American flag mask, like that
was gross. That's not pressing at all. Yeah.
Like I don't know, like if you want somebody to show up for you, like when you're in a time of need, show up for someone else when they're in a time of need, or when they're struggling or something like that. Like it has to go both ways. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents. Also, I saw this thing on Instagram that was like, wait, let me see if I can find it. I'll entertain them.
I'll sing.
Please don't.
Give me the guitar. What were you gonna say on the Instagram that you found something?
Oh my god, yes, I was, but then you started singing with the guitar.
Okay,
we're back. Ella has a guitar now. That's fantastic. But anyway, it says, if Black Lives Matter bothers you because it doesn't say all lives matter, but blue lives matter doesn't bother you, then what really bothers you is the word black.
T.
Thank you. That's it. Done. Cut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should have a theme song at the end.
Okay. There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. And the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it.
Like maybe
building a rocket, or biting a mummy, or climbing up the Eiffel Tower.